I didn't just tell him that because it's hard, though it is. I didn't tell him that because it's rough, though it is. I didn't tell him that because it's lonely, though it is. I didn't tell him that because you're going to get used, though you will. I told him that because if I can talk you out of it, you ain't supposed to do it. You didn't hear what I said? If I can talk you out of it, if I can get you to go back and you are satisfied to get up under that yoke again, you don't have no business with me in the first place. There has to be something in you that can never go back to business as usual again. You got to be like Peter when everybody else leaves. You say, whither shall I go? For in your hands are the words of eternal life. And so he told Elijah, he said, go back. And Elijah turned and went back. As he began to go back, Elijah said, well, he must not be the one. He didn't want to go, but he turned sadly and walked away. Elijah said, he must not be the one. Anybody that's discouraged that easy can't walk with me nowhere. And he got back to his ox, and he got back to his plow. And for a minute, it looked like he was going to just saddle up and go on back to work. But he took his plow and broke it. Threw it down on the ground. Elijah said, well, what in the world is he doing? He got him a match and he set it on fire. He took his ox and he slew his ox and he put his ox on the fire and he burned it up. See, if you're gonna walk with God, you gotta burn up your past. Somebody holler, burn it up. You gotta burn the whole thing up and let the devil know I'll never go back to being who I was again. Look at somebody and say, I'll never go back. I will never go back again. Touch somebody and say never. Holler never. Well, while the ox was burning in the fire, he went back and kissed his mother and father goodbye. You know how it is when you tell your parents you're leaving. They would normally want to know, well, where are you going? How are you going to make it? Where are you going to work? How are you going to eat? Where are you going to stay? And I can hear Elijah saying, I'll go anywhere. I'll go anywhere but backwards. I'll go through anything except backwards. I'll deal with anybody but backwards. And with the smell of smoke behind him and his mama's tears in his ears, he began to walk back toward the man of God and said, I gotta go forward. Somebody stomp your foot and shout forward. I made up in my mind, I will go forward. I don't care what I gotta go through. I will go forward. I feel like Paul when he said, forgetting those things which are behind me and reaching to those things which are before me, I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. I can't change where I've been, but I'm going to change where I'm going. I made up my mind. I'll go anywhere but backwards. For the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Somebody stomp your foot. It's time to take another step. It's time to move forward. Let the devil know I'll go anywhere.